Hello, Carbon School District. Today is school dismissal day number 2, March 17th. This is Superintendent Hatch with a quick message for you. The new CDC guidelines that came out yesterday are requiring us to restrict gatherings of 10 or more. In our efforts to accomplish that, we're going to be limiting the number of adults in our buildings. You received an email yesterday with some of these details, and I just wanted to remind everybody of where we're at with this and provide a disclaimer that we are getting more information every day, and our instructions could change, as you've seen already happen several times. So at this point, elementary and secondary licensed staff will work from home starting today. Elementary teachers will definitely be allowed and welcome to come into the building today. We'd ask you to work in isolation, collaborating virtually as you need to. You can do that at the building until your packets are finished and turned into the principal. The building administration and secretaries are going to continue to report to the building as usual. They're there for your support and for the support of the parents and the students. Foods and transportation personnel will continue to work in groups of 10 to make sure that breakfast and lunch is delivered throughout the community. Elementary administrators will call classified staff to come in and help with the distribution of packets to students that will be happening tomorrow. So classified staff, paraprofessionals, please be have the understanding that you may be called to come in and help with that. Custodians, you're going to work as usual, although principals may modify your work schedule to be able to accomplish this 10-person rule. District office personnel are going to work as usual. We're going to come into work every day. We're going to be working hard for you and for parents and students, and the community will be here to support in any way that we can. Again, paraprofessionals are on call. Here's some reminders from the plan that we've shared with you before. Students are going to be expected to complete schoolwork starting tomorrow. So secondary teachers, just as a reminder, we are expecting that you have meaningful online activities available starting tomorrow. Secondary teachers, we need you to be available to work collaboratively. Obviously, that's going to need to be electronically, virtually, with colleagues, and you need to be available to respond to students during contract hours. Elementary teachers are expected to have meaningful hard copy or packet work available for pickup on Wednesday. Tomorrow, elementary teachers, you need to be available also to work collaboratively with your colleagues. Obviously, that's going to need to be in some electronic form. And you are also being asked to make an attempt to contact each student and family by phone each day to check in. We also want you all to be aware that breakfast and lunch is free to anyone 18 years and under, and if you could share that information with those who you know in the community, that would be helpful. Just want to say a few things about what students really need in times of crisis, in times of uncertainty. Number one, they need to know that their teacher cares about them. And the number one characteristic, anytime anyone is asked about a teacher that made a difference in their lives, a positive difference, the answer is always, I know they cared about me. We need you to do everything you can to help your students to know that you care about them, not just about their schoolwork, but you care about them. How are they doing? And how are they dealing with this strange and unique time? And number two, they need to have something to do. They need to have some type of meaningful activity to help them focus, to help them have purpose. So what you're doing is really important to help these students through this time and uh, to keep things positive, keep things moving forward. I love this quote by Viktor Frankl. Um, he is a survivor of Nazi concentration camps. He was a psychologist, uh, and in his book, he wrote this statement. He said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." For us, our stimulus is COVID-19 has happened. School dismissal has been put in place. That's the stimulus. How are we going to respond? Our response to COVID-19 and school dismissal is yet to be determined. There is a space between COVID-19 school dismissal decisions and our response, and that's where our freedom lies. We are free to choose to respond in a positive way that lifts others and helps them, or we can choose to respond in a negative way. But we're free to choose. We have all the control in that space between stimulus and response. Together we can make a difference. Let's go out and do that. And we appreciate all of the amazing efforts that are going into this. Keep up the great work and continue to share the positive stories and interactions. Thank you and have a great day.